Let's talk about the manuals. These range from abysmal to very, very good. To start with, here is that Casio manual. I mentioned it applies both to the HR170 RC and the 200 RC. And it is 2 pages, 26.5 by 21.5 inches. There is the text with a penny and a ruler. The text is microscopic. I'm an old guy, I'm 61 years old. I need bright light to be able to see this. It is so freaking tiny. The Casio manual has descriptions of various features in English, French, and Spanish. Here I've opened it up a little bit, and it gives examples using these diagrams, which are pretty good, I got to admit. They will give a sort of a text description of what it is that they're computing, the switches, how the switches should be set. This is what you should enter. They have a nice picture here of what the printout will look like, and over here is what the display will show. The Canon manual is 4 pages, 8.5 by 11 inches, also in French, Spanish, and English. Same sort of thing, they have descriptions in all 3 languages. The examples kind of have it compacted there. So it says here, percentage calculation slash, looks like that's calculation for percentages in French, and that's the same thing in Spanish, and then a description of what you're trying to compute, how to do it, what's going to get printed out, all that kind of thing. It's 11.5 by 8.5 by 11 inch paper, so that's not so bad. There is the scale to show you. Again, quite small, probably about the same size as the Casio, but at least you can print one of these things out from online. It has some annoying things. Page 2 says before starting. Page 4 says before using the printer for the first time. I had to zoom into 300% plus for the equals key to actually be clear. Otherwise, it looks like a blank or a minus sign that was on watching it on the computer. But overall, it has a very good explanation of what the switches do. So this manual is, it's a little annoying because it's small, but it's still pretty good. The Victor manual comes with the calculator. It's this nice little booklet. It is 78 pages long. That includes 14 pages of instructions and 37 pages of examples, and that doesn't add up because some of the instructions or the examples, I forget which, there's like a section in English, a section in Spanish, and a section in French. All the manuals kind of have the same information, but sometimes it's easy to find, sometimes it's hard to find. I'll demonstrate with the Victor. So there's the cover. It has a preface, a nice table of contents to help you look stuff up, description of general maintenance and before turning it on, how to replace the ribbon. That has either a wheel ribbon or you can also get a cartridge. How to replace the paper tape, the battery, diagrams of the keyboard. This manual handles a couple different models, so there are the 2 keyboard diagrams there. Then it gets into details of the keyboard layout, what each of the keys do. Very detailed description of what each of the slide switches do across the top. Rounding, print or don't print, number of decimal places there, etc., etc., etc. And descriptions of what each of the keys do in there. A troubleshooting guide. And then it gets into a French version of all the same, and a Spanish version of all the same. After the descriptions in the 3 different languages, you get to the examples. And these switch similarly to the others. They have sort of the text in all 3 languages, followed by what you're actually supposed to do with the example. Again, nice kind of thing. It says exactly where should these switches be, what do you key in, what will the display show, what will the printer show. So this is a really nice manual, right? It has lots of examples, great detail. telling you how the switches all have to be set can really help avoid misunderstandings of how it works. The Monroe UltimateX manual is about the same size as the Victor. This is one that I printed at home, that's why it looks kind of funky. But like I said, it's about the same size. It's a very similar layout. Care and maintenance, the slide switches, and then the examples. Monroe does not chintz on space, so they give you a page per example with lots of explanatory text of exactly what you're doing. And at least on the one that you get online and print, it also has both the red and the black printout. To give you a sense of what the real manual might look like, I also have a Monroe Classic. It's a booklet. It's kind of the same as the Victor. The Monroe UltimateX is 146 pages, all English, so it's just very long, lots of detail. It also has lots of functionality. I didn't print out a copy of the Sharp manual, but it is pretty similar to both the Casio and the Canon. It is one page, 11.65 by 10.63 inches, both English and Spanish. So actually that's quite a bit smaller than the others. And as I recall, like the others, the print is microscopic. How about the warranty? The Sharp offers a 6-month warranty. The Casio and the Canon come with 1-year warranties. Victor is the best warranty of all. That is a 3-year warranty. Monroe is only 6 months, and I give them, I'll ding them on that. That's kind of bad. They make a big deal on their website about it being heavy duty, really reliable, etc., etc., etc. You'd think they would offer a longer warranty. You can, however, get a maintenance agreement from them, so that's a good thing.